Claire here of Dragon Fox Demon. Today I'm going to walk us through my process for transformation sequences. I'm going to work on a 4-pose transformation sequence. As you can see, I've already got my base pose with my character Alice, and we're going to go from this pose to her monster form over 4 images, so this being the first. I have an idea of where I want her monster form to end up from this base pose. So the first thing we have to do first is sketch out the poses. Where do we want to go from this pose here? For this project, I have my Huion light box, light table, light tablet. It just lights up and it will allow me to see through the image. And this first image is on a light cardstock. From there, I'm going to use computer paper so I can easily see through and see what I'm doing. Each piece will be held with masking tape. So as I said, I have an idea of where I want to take this. As far as the ending form, I want to go from her facing this direction to the monster facing the opposite. So for that, I am thinking so I'm thinking this very, very big change in pose of going from standing to kind of hunched over, going forward with the snarl on the face. So how do we get from that standing pose to this hunched pose? Means we have to have 2 poses in between to get to this. So I'm going to want to slowly turn her. So we're going to go back to what would be the second image into this series. So we have our ending pose, and then we have our beginning pose. So we're going to start turning Alice and start getting some of those beastly characteristics going. So our ears are going to start elongating. Her arm is going to drop out a little bit from where it was. And this one's going to drop. We're going to start seeing the fingers on these hands. These two are going to merge, and these are going to start elongating. We'll see these two merging over here more so. And then these starting to elongate. Claws coming. We're going to start seeing a little bit of a lump in that shirt right here where the second arms are going to be. And I'm going to start turning this leg. This one as well. And we're going to see some changes in the foot here. Probably like the boot is breaking or starting to. I'm going to change which way this is facing. Want to do that. Okay, we're going to check our, this is going up still, so that goes up. I'm going to wind up switching which way the contrapposto is of like her body, which is just where the weight is setting. And now that we've got the second pose, the more beastal third pose, in between. This is where we're really going to see the hunch coming up, the leg kicking out, really the wings forming, those second arms coming out. So if we drew straight on her face previously, I'm going to go and we're going to start turning into that 3/4 view on the other side. We're going to get more of the snarl and everything here. That ear is going to migrate up a little bit. We're still not going to get too big, but we're definitely getting more of the bat shape. Okay, here, we're going to get that arm lifting. We're still not super big in the whole area. Maybe the hand is now. The wing is kind of forming, but it's not quite there. So fingers are not completely done. We have, let's put a rib cage in here to help guide us. We're starting to get that change in the weight here. Still not super big. Have an arm dropping out, not fully developed. that going here. We're gonna get this going here. Come down for weight. There's the other arm. Just dropping out. Maybe this arm is more developed. It's kicking up a little bit. We got hip going here. We're starting to get that leg kicking out, and we're seeing the weight go. I'm probably going to have all the claws coming out of those boots. Boots are probably gone. And then one leg is probably more with that digigrade than the other. Digigrade or okay. Oh, and I'm gonna pull this one back in because we couldn't really see it on the fourth pose. We would start seeing it here. There's a bit of a tail forming. And then on this one, because the wings aren't blocking it, we would get more of that elongated tail. We'd see the underside of the tail on the big beastie form, but not so much of the rest of it. I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to switch back to form 2. And then I'm going to put it over and make sure it's lined up. Okay. And then just for reference, I do have my materials list off to the side, but I'm just using a red pencil for the sketches. And then I have my beat up old 0.7 millimeter. That's it. Eraser, little pink pearl that's been through a lot. Start drawing. We're just gonna get a little bit of turn up on the nose, and that's gonna start getting us the shape here. Our eyes aren't going to change much yet. We're still going to have eyebrows, eyelashes. A little nonplussed at what's going on. We're going to start having a snarl.